Celebrity Big Brothers bit on the side. This is all a bit weird.
Very
Right there, Rob.
strange. Yeah, it's odd.
What's going on?
No idea, Emma.
This is not good enough. Where the fuck is my audience? So I think you should have this on, Rob.
Oh, thank you very much.
This is Rob, everybody. I have a feeling tonight is going to be so much fun. So if you haven't guessed, tonight we are honouring drag mother Michelle Visage by hosting the very first drag edition of Bit on the Side. So I need to get my visage on. Yes, Hunty, is that right? Yeah. We have a sickening show in store for you. And over the next hour, we're going to be spilling the tea from tonight's show. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. I'm not as fierce as Michelle or any of you, but I am trying my hardest. Are you all tucked up and ready to go? Because I'm letting mine hang out tonight.
I'll teach you. Duct tape, we'll teach you.
OK, duct tape. Ooh, let's dive in for tonight's news. It's Wednesday, the 28th of January 2015. At 2:18 this afternoon, housemates went all anatomical, I had to get that word right then, discussing their favourite body part.
To be fair, I am hung like a horse.
Me too. Stallion.
Donkey, even.
Oh, hee-haw.
Tripod.
I used to have a limo driver, and we used to call him Tripod, because it was like, really? And he was this big, so skinny.
Skinny guys have the biggest
penises.
dicks. They really do.
And the thing about black is not true. I've had some brothers that were not packing a lot of heat.
This one guy I dated,
Yeah, it's great, girls.
I'm
he's
sorry.
tall and skinny, and we
Hung
called
like a
him
horse.
Baby Arm.
The biggest one I've ever seen in my life is his name is Morgan. I call him Morgan the Organ. I have never seen anything like it. To the point where I literally went, what am I supposed to do with that? Never said those words in my life.
That has given me the willies. I don't know what I'm doing. Who have I become? Then at 11:54 this morning, Callum and Cav decided to take in the great outdoors.
Is that rain?
Ooh, I hope so.
So do I. Go and stand in it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
Sounds a bit like wind.
Oh, yeah!
Oh, go and stand in it. Take all your clothes off. Don't wear your what's it though. Don't wear your dressing gown. You like that? You don't want your dressing gown on, do you? Run round in it. Run round. Well done, boys. That was very of the spirit of the earth. Very good.
Oh, we need that.
That's good.
That was refreshing.
Refreshing indeed, and I can think of at least about 20 people very close by who would have loved to have been one of those raindrops. Oh yeah, and that's just that side of the camera. Imagine how many are that side. At 4:32 this afternoon, squeaky clean Nadia Sawala chose not to air her dirty laundry in public, quite literally.
Sit in the bath, on the
Right.
edge of the bath. Put the bucket in front of you. Wash your smalls. Rinse them under the tap. Put them by the side.
Okay.
So it's much simpler.
I don't need to do my
See,
smalls, so I
everybody's trying
bought
to lean
30
over into the
pairs.
bath.
I bought 30 pairs of knickers or 35 pairs.
Oh, well done.
Me too.
I thought I don't want to be hanging my knickers up.
No, I don't want to
you've
hang
only
my
used, what,
underwear.
three?
Embarrassing. I didn't want to be hanging my knickers up.
No, I don't want to hang my undies either.
No.
You don't want to hang your undies up, do you? But then, do you know what you could do? Get a couple more wears out of them, inside out, and then back around the other day. You could go other way, you could go for about another 9 days, which probably take to the end of the series. And finally, Abdi Perez claimed Nadia was nicer than Oprah Winfrey. We contacted Oprah's people. They had this to say. Who is she? Little bit of Nikki Graham for you right there. That was today's news. Okay, join me after the break when we'll be meeting our star-studded panel, and our ladies are going to get raucous. Don't go anywhere. Beware, this section of the programme contains sequins, glitter and big hair. No drag queens were harmed in the making of this programme. Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's bit on the side. Now, if you have just tuned in, do not adjust your sets. This is actually happening. The queens are taking over! Can I get an amen? Amen! What's not to love? Here's another exclusive.
Ow! Fucking A. Ow. Shit. Oh, fuck. Damn it.
Okay, time now to talk about the main show and to meet tonight's absolutely fantastic panel. Please welcome Leslie Joseph, Louisa, and the legend that is Christopher Biggin. You two turn up tonight.
I know.
Isn't that weird?
Try and keep you away.
I love a drag queen.
Louisa, you look very left out on the end.
I'm like...
Hold on. Is Louisa speechless?
I'm speechless. I'm obsessed. I can't believe that effort. This is amazing.
It is, isn't
I
it?
think we should do this all the time. It's like
This should be standard box.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Anyway, should we talk about the show? That's why we're here. I know we're going to get very carried away in our theme tonight. I am very pleased, though, that we found out about Chegger's bum hole. The hole in his bottom. Did you hear in the show tonight?
Is it? Whereabouts is it?
I don't know.
Well, I know that. But there's another hole. He's got two bum holes.
Well, he had a, what was it?
Something's
He had an
gone-
ingrown hair.
No.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Yeah. Highlight of the show tonight. But we don't want to start on a bum note, do we?
Oh.
Okay, should we talk about Perez? He said he is ready to rumble in the urban jungle. Leslie, are you glad that he's back in?
Oh, I'm thrilled he's back. I'm absolutely thrilled about it. I mean, Marmite, like him or loathe him, he is television gold. And what I'm absolutely amazed about is that none of them, other than Callum a little bit, actually sussed where he'd be. I mean, if you knew what he was like, he would never walk out.
Yeah.
Never. And so I'm amazed they all didn't know that. And Katie Hopkins' face when he came back was brilliant. Anger, horror. That was just brilliant.
Louisa, do you prefer a house with Perez or without Perez?
Without, to be honest.
No.
I think we started to see a little bit more of everybody else other than just the Perez show.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bored of the Perez show now. I quite liked him gone. We got to see other people. And it's a bit done now, isn't it? Like, it's like a broken record now.
Ladies, you seem to be in agreement.
Can we get an amen? We need an amen.
An amen for...
We need an amen for get Perez out. He should never have come back. He should never have come
Why
back.
don't you like Perez?
Really?
I need to sit down for
Come on,
this.
sit down. Give me 10. No. Oh, where do we start with him? I wouldn't piss on that boy if he was on fire. Vile.
Perez Hilton is the epitome of someone I'd love to stand on a Sunday morning after work. But I will agree, he is... TV Gold. And I'm sorry, he is TV Gold. He is.
So you're not a Perez fan, but you love him in the house?
We would not get on. I do not want him to win, but he is good to watch.
Okay.
Especially just for Katie Hopkins' face.
Emma, Perez said
Mom?
today... Thank you. Perez said today that he was rocking pink. This is how you rock pink.
I've got to admit, Pizzazz was a little bit like
Pizzazz?
Who?
Pizzazz?
Yeah. It was a little bit like a walking hemorrhoid in the pink, but I do love him. I want to marry him.
You're saying I look like...
I love him.
Really?
I do. No, he's making this year. It
Oh,
is
you
the
couldn't
Pizzazz
marry
show.
him.
I don't believe he's
Be
being
done
who
for
he
murder.
is. He's all an act all over. That's
you
not
don't
who
believe
he is.
him?
No.
Christopher, what are your thoughts?
Is there which camera is good for me talking to the people at home? That camera there, right.
That one, camera 2.
Now, I want to say to everybody, all the viewers of Big Brother this year, please keep Perez in. No. The reason I'm saying that is he mustn't be allowed to come within our atmosphere. He must stay in the Big Brother forever and ever and ever. He must be in every series. He must be not let out, because I would die if he was let out. And I might even piss on him as well.
Well, it's got very rowdy. I need to take the level of my voice down a little bit.
Yes,
let's have a show of hands from the audience. Fierce or shady? Oh, paddles we've got. Oh, mainly shady.
Good.
There's a few fierce. You're fierce.
Shady bitch.
Shady bitch. Now they are. He does talk about it being the Perez show. It's a Perez show. They are all quite used to the Perez show now. So Leslie, do you think they should be as surprised by him?
The thing is, though, just to take on something somebody said, he would have been voted out last time he was nominated, but he wasn't. He was kept in by the public, wasn't he? So that was actually quite interesting. Everybody says, oh, he's a hate figure. He constantly surprises me. He constantly amazes me. I mean, I do not like him or what he does, but I am absolutely fascinated.
And he's good television.
This one man can take control of as big a show as Big Brother and mould it the way he wants. It's extraordinary to watch. Yeah. And it's very interesting to see how people did react when he came back into the house.
Biggins, talking about reactions when he went back into the house, your mate, Katie Hopkins.
Well,
I've never seen a face hit a floor so quickly.
It was because Leslie had warned me, because I hadn't seen it last night, but we saw it today, and the face was a picture. I love Katie, you see. I think Katie Hopkins is sensational.
Now, you don't just know her... You don't just know her from the circuit. You were in the jungle with her.
We were in the jungle
so
together.
you have spent proper time
We
with her.
did, and I was devastated. She was the second person to be evicted, and I loved her, and I actually cried. I really did, cry, because I missed her, and she is fantastic. She is playing the best game on television. That's what she's about.
What game is she playing then?
She's playing the woman who hates everything, hates everybody, and wants to make a point.
Yeah, but
and
she does sometimes take it too far.
Yeah, no, I don't think she does, because I think she's up front. She says it to your
there's
face.
something about being up front, but there's
her.
also something about picking on somebody like Alicia, who is
she's
so
cruel.
sweet and gentle.
Yeah, but she
I
should
do
be
think
picked on.
sometimes...
Oh,
no,
don't
she shouldn't.
No,
she shouldn't be picked on. I think sometimes she does take it a little bit far, but she is... Stop it, you two.
Christopher, is any of that part of her thing, her
Of course it
act
is.
for TV.
Of course it is. She has 2 children to feed. She has a
3.
lovely husband who works. But, I mean, you know, anybody wants to earn money and she knows where she's going to earn the money from.
Is she
is
as vicious
No,
in
no,
person
she
as she
is
sometimes comes across?
adorable. We've booked to have dinner as soon as she comes out from here, and I love going out with her. She's fun, she's witty, she's amusing, she is gorgeous, and this is an act.
I wouldn't go that far, but she...
We must let Louisa
She is really nice. When I met her, she was really nice. And then she slagged me off in her column.
Did she?
Bitch, yeah. She did.
So you've had both sides of it then?
Yeah, she was so nice. I've met her a few times.
What did she say about you?
She said I had fake tits, which is true.
Do you know one thing that really did baffle me about tonight's show was this.
You said, you said, get off me, you pervert! Piss off!
Come on.
No!
I can run fast too.
You can't, you're a fat dollop, get off me!
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. This is taking a strange.
Fine, whatever. That's my glass. That's my glass.
I don't care.
That is 2 people who know exactly what they're doing, who know exactly what the audience think of them, and they are playing the game, they are playing for the camera, they are playing the audience at home.
Do you think they are playing along together?
Yes, they are.
They
really are.
In unison doing this?
You mean, are they telling each other they're doing this? Do you mean?
No,
they
saying
read
it on camera because we'd see that and we'd air it because we'd all want to know that. But do you think they're both very bright?
Yes,
no
they're
matter what
playing
you
it.
think of either of them, they're both very bright. They know how to play the media.
Yeah.
They know exactly, or seemingly, what they're doing and how to stay in and how to make TV that we all want to watch.
I think that's exactly what they're doing. And Perez is so interesting to watch because sometimes he absolutely goes berserk and then he pulls it right in. And just when you think he's going too far, he'll suddenly become almost nice. It's extraordinary to watch.
Do you think, Christopher, that that Katie does have any like for Perez? Because surely, if you really didn't like someone that much, when they're up in your face, goading you, you would go, fuck off!
Yeah.
Rather than chase me.
I think for a start she doesn't like him. I mean,
I think she admires him. I think she admires the fact that he's gone into Big Brother and he has made it the Perez show. And I think that when he came back tonight, her face, she's a bit jealous because she wants that. She wanted it to be the Katie.
Christopher, what do you think? You are her friend. What do you think?
I think to a certain extent you're right, but I think in the end of the day, if this Channel 5 got that as a finale to the show, my God, what a show it would be. That's the 2 people who should be in the finale. And I think she is playing a game, he's playing a game. I think it's...
Yeah.
And who? Michelle. I think Michelle's gone off the boil.
Michelle is brilliant, but she's been
I love
overshadowed
Michelle.
by such huge characters.
And you know, but then you're a drag queen. Wanted a drag queen to stay in.
How rude. She's not a drag queen.
Can I say something? I knew this was going to happen. I knew there would be lots of opinions tonight and not enough minutes to put those opinions in. We have to go to a break, but we are going to talk more about Michelle in a little while because this is our drag special. Please don't go anywhere because the queen of body language, Judy James, is going to be here to talk about the power of... Welcome back to Celebrity Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now, how lovely is this? Biggins has just baked a fresh batch of banana bread for us. Who wants some? I'm going to have a little nibble as well. I'm going to take that one. You take. How about, here you go. Pass the plate around.
I want to
Take the plate. Pass it around. I'll tell you what. Oh, Biggins, it's a bit heavy.
You bitch! How dare you say this is heavy? I put all my heart and soul into that. You are the definition of a two-faced... Ladies and gentlemen, this is the real Emma Willis. Two-faced. You can shove this pathetic excuse of a show up your arse. What, Biggins?
I didn't say I didn't like it.
You said it was too heavy!
Well, it's still nice.
It's a bit heavy.
It's quite nice.
I think I've got some making up to do about Biggins' banana bread. Here's an exclusive.
I've learned that I can fucking withstand severe trauma and not let it completely break me. Even though I have been broken many times in this house, I haven't been shattered. So there's a difference between broken and shattered. Broken, you can repair.
Now that he's back, there's just constant noise of talking. He just constantly talks, doesn't he?
It's funny because you don't realise what it is until he's gone. Now he's back, you realise.
Exactly. Like when he left, you're like, oh, it's peace and quiet in this place. Then when he comes back, you hear the noise and you go, oh, that was what continually happened. That constant noise.
Constant noise, which is also peppered with advice, reasons why he's fabulous.
Yeah, advice and I'm always right and my thoughts and my... It's like he's like, oh, I don't know.
And really, who gives a monkey's armpit?
Biggins, have you calmed down a bit now?
Only just, Emma, only just.
Bit more rubbing?
A lot more rubbing.
Bit lower? Bit lower. It's just getting way too rude tonight. Okay, so we've already discussed the fallout since Perez has gone back into the house, but now let's talk. They're having their own party over there. Let's talk about power with the one and only Judy J. So Biggins is having a little rub down. We need to try and concentrate on what we're talking about and not look over there. Okay, so what could you tell from the housemates' reactions when Perez went back in? Because they were, I mean, you must have got so much.
I mean, I watched it in this sort of fetal position. This was like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, wasn't it, turning up? The only thing that would have made me enjoy it a tiny bit more would have been, do you remember on Fight Night, the very first time years ago, when they wheeled them in on a hostess trolley and then brought a cloche from over? I mean, I just loved that. But their reactions were fantastic. I mean, Katie Hopkins' face, I could have framed. She's actually one of the only housemates that has facial expressions in there, and she really uses it. When she gets angry...
She's very good at them, isn't she?
Oh,
absolutely. You know, I say you know exactly what she's thinking. You know exactly what she wants you to be thinking.
This was called Twisted Plimsoll, this one that she was using when she came back. When she gets angry, she looks like Princess Anne, have you noticed? She completely... But, no. But that was a genuine display of anger. And, I mean, she actually... It ran through her body language as well. She was in a state of aggressive arousal. She got up, she walked out, she started to make herself look bigger, she started to splay.
She also...
She was
doing the Michelle wiggle, what Michelle taught her to do, how to walk. She was giving it some.
Yeah, absolutely, attitude. Cammy, interestingly enough, and Michelle, they kind of froze. I think they weren't quite sure how to take it because I think they wanted to be generous. Michelle wanted to be generous and go and hug him, but there was all this tension going. But I love the guys because they suddenly started to take on this sort of pseudo-alpha mantle as though their pack was being attacked by an outsider, which is what it was. I mean, in a way, Katie's taken over the pack since Perez has been gone. And all three of them, I mean, all three sizes, they stood up and they were all deeply splayed as though, you know, we'll sort him out, will they heck? But, I mean, they wanted to look really tough as though they're protecting the pack.
And what about Nadia? Everyone's commented on inside the house on how different she's been since he left. Do you think she said she was so happy to see him? Do you think that was a genuine...
I think, to a certain extent, I mean, she'd lost Patsy the same night, hadn't she? So, in a way, I think she had opened up to the rest of the house. We saw that Nadia that we wanted to see, didn't we, with Perez away? She became much more fun, much more silly, which is great. I think she was genuinely pleased to see him because I think she does like him, but her body language, she looked quite shocked, but then she started to do cut-off. She started covering her face with her hands, and that's usually when we're trying to hide a certain complex emotion. I think she's probably absolutely exhausted with playing Mary Poppins with him as her ward, and I think she saw that not only was she going to now reboot as Mary Poppins, it would be without her friend, Patsy, who'd just left. And also, she could see that Katie and Cammy Lee were about to turn like some two-headed dragon and really lash into Perez, and she'd have to get up and start protecting him again.
Do you think she's exhausted?
I think she must be absolutely exhausted in there, and probably literally does want some fun. But there again, she's doing the right thing, so she's got no option, really, I don't think.
We saw Katie go from fuming, as you've said, to then what we were just talking about earlier on, actually, the whole kind of kiss chase almost around the garden. What do you think that was about?
It was, as I say, the anger was genuine. She went through another stage which was quite tearful, and I think she's also exhausted arguing with Perez. But there was no sign when he arrived of little smile to suggest that actually it's just for fun, it's pantomime, we're just putting this on. So I think it's real. But then they went through this kind of play fighting going on. Now, this is something that animals do, often sibling animals, when they're testing parameters with one another. It's almost like they're using one another as a scratching post. So they're wanting to find out exactly how dangerous they are to one another through playing. And I think that the tension had got to such a crisis point in there that I think they needed to do that. They needed just to check, no, if we do start romping and fighting, we don't actually hurt one another, then they can go back to the verbal arguments again.
We know, obviously, that Perez was in the secret room and he watched for a couple of days and he watched everything.
Yes.
So does that give him more power than anybody else?
Tremendous power. I mean, because he watched it. He didn't see that much, funnily enough, but that's why I think he came out and said, you know, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you. So he's using that, you know, I'll leak out little bits that I know. And they were gagging to find out what he knew. I mean, Katie Price was almost trying to claw it out of his mouth. What did you see? What did you see? But I think that's given him even more power is what a good actor he was when he quit the house. I think that scared them because I think they thought he was very infantile, and I think they assumed he was also a fool. And when they saw him do that acting, which convinced me, even though I knew that it was a task, he was brilliant on the way out. I think they now know, is he taking us for a fool? Is he winding? Are we seeing these magnificent pieces of acting from somebody that we thought was just being a blatant show-off? So I think that's worried them quite more.
Did he have anywhere near that kind of power when he went into the house? Did you think he had that in him?
No, because he kind of did play the extrovert fool, didn't he, to a certain extent? And you just thought, he's clearly just there to show off, he's just attention-seeking. But he's revealed so many more depths since then. So I think we're finding a level of intellect. I think Katie Hopkins thought that she was the intellectual one, but I think she's now realising she might have met her match more than she thought.
OK. Let's talk about Michelle. When she went in, very confident, very strong. I think she excited everybody, really. And she's been much quieter.
Yeah.
I think than do you think has she been quieter than you thought she would be? Yeah.
I just sometimes I forget she's in there, and I mean she's magnificent, but I forget that she's in there, and I don't think she's got any other role to play because I think because she's very intelligent and very strong, I think she was naturally drawn towards Katie Hopkins and Cami to a certain extent as well. So, but then unfortunately she also took on their aspect of being a bit bitchy, and I think she's trying to keep out of that a little bit. So if she gets up and tries to join in the war that's going on there at the moment, I think that she's going to lose respect, and she's campaigning in there as well. So I think, you know, the fact that she wants to look right, do the right thing, and she is very wise, I think she's struggling for good reasons.
She does seem to be quite rational as well, doesn't she?
Oh, I mean, even now. And I think sometimes we don't actually feel the power that she has in there. I think she is very powerful. I think if you went in there, I think you'd feel the power coming from her, but I think it just doesn't come through the television set quite so much.
Judy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Judy James, everyone. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be delving into Biggins' celebrity phone book to see what the stars think about our housemates. And we are talking Hollywood on this one. Yeah, don't go away. We do give a shit about you, really. I was just quoting Perez because he's just, like, miserable sometimes. Right, time now to take some calls from Mr. Showbiz himself, Biggins.
Hi.
So, Biggins, we've given you your own own little phone room.
I know, it's very exciting.
And you've been in your little phone book.
I have, and I've got some very special people. The first one's very special. We've been friends for many, many years, and he's a gorgeous kisser, and he's lovely, and he's very attractive, and he's got everything you could possibly want. Yes?
Really?
I've got the gorgeous Matt Willis on the phone.
Excuse me, Biggins, how do you have my husband's phone number?
I have a very few special numbers, and they're very special to me, and don't get jealous, Emma, because I've seen you jealous, and it's not attractive.
Well, I've got... come. I'm going to have another man in my life right now. Yeah, can I take the lead?
Oh.
Are you okay? Stay there.
Hello.
Should we help you up?
Taking the going, rolling, guys.
Oh, no. Matt, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, what is going on there?
Oh, yeah, we've had a slight catastrophe. We've almost just had a broken leg from a drag queen, but everything is okay.
Okay. Hi, babe.
So we need to have some chats when we get home, because you and Biggins have clearly been hanging out behind my back.
Always.
But listen, I haven't seen you for a few days, so what do you think of the series? How do you think it's going?
What do I think of the series?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's good. It's probably one of the most irritating programs I've ever watched in my life. Like it's in the best possible way. You know, like for instance, I've been away for a couple of days, and I feel like I'm a happier, more positive person because I've missed Big Brother for a few nights. But taking that aside, I can't wait to watch tonight. So it's obviously doing its job.
And who's your favourite? Because we don't really talk about this, do we? Because he doesn't want people to think that he's biased or they're my opinions. So now that you're on telly, who is your favourite?
See, it's tough because I think my favourite, if I think about it, the one who brings me the most entertainment is Perez.
Right.
But I don't like him. You know, so it's really tough. I think Callum's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's kind of a cool guy. You know, I wish him all the best. But I think Perez is probably my favourite.
For entertainment value?
Entertainment value, yeah.
Okay. Callum has got a lot of fans in the audience tonight. Yeah. And you have got a lot of fans in the audience as well tonight. I will give you their messages when I get home in a little while. Thank you, babe.
Love you, babe.
Love you,
bye. See ya. Bye. Bye,
Biggins. You're so sneaky. Now, I believe you pulled out the big guns for us right now.
Yeah, just a second, Emma. Bye-bye, Matt. Big kiss. Love you. Mean it. That's right, Emma. All the way from Hollywood is the star of King of Queens, actress Leah Remini, is on the phone.
Hi, Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Obsessed with the show.
Really? Are you still there?
Where you going, girl?
Leah? Oh, no.
Yes.
No? Leah, are you there? Have we lost Leah?
Hello?
Yes!
Yes, no,
Oh, we thought we'd lost you for a sec. Okay, right. We're gonna be calm in the studio so we can let Leah talk. So Leah, you are best mates with Michelle.
Yes.
How do you think she's getting on so far?
Yes. She is one of my closest friends, has been for such a long time. And I knew she would be great on the show because Michelle is an authentic, genuine, loving, caring human being, and I'm so glad to see the UK public have just embraced her for what she is, and she's been amazing on the show. Perez he has been vile on the show, vile. I only wish that we can show America what he is doing on that show because he's not playing a game, he's being himself. And I get it. I get for the show purpose that he's fun to hate. But if he wins it, I don't know. I'm gonna rip my own face off.
So,
like keep him on for entertainment purposes. I get it, but if he wins, I will just go crazy.
Leah, I love that you've just been very honest with us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
By the way, can we talk about Nadia? Like Nadia, I thought I was gonna love her because she's so honest and stuff. And then with Nadia, what is she doing?
They have become very good friends, haven't they?
No, it's not about her being friends. She's sticking up for him for no reason. And she's like, well, why would I not like him just because you don't like him, Katie? No, because he's being vile. That's why you shouldn't like him. And everybody walks out of the room because he's vile. So why are you sticking up? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's driving me crazy.
Leah, I can't believe we're driving you crazy from 5,000 miles away. Thank you so much for being on the phone tonight.
I'll have to seek out. I have to seek out to watch the show. So it's not like it's easy to watch it, but and then I'm like, why am I putting myself through this? I'm going crazy.
It is very stressful, but thank you for viewing from overseas, and thanks for being on the phone tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. The show has been amazing.
Bye, Leah. Thank you.
Anytime.
I love it. She just didn't want to go, did she? And another thing. Okay, from Hollywood, we're back in Borehamwood. Okay? It's time to check in on what's happening in the house. Here's another exclusive.
Because I think that she feels powerless if she doesn't argue.
Yeah. Do you feel you can manage not to argue?
Yes, I have fun. Fun is my power. Me is my power. Being silly, having a good time is my power. I don't need to argue or fight to have fun or be myself or be entertaining. I am those things just by being me. I think she thinks the only way that she's going to be powerful in this house is by getting her opinion across and convincing other people to have her opinion, and she's going to get screen time by fighting and having fights with me and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck about screen time. Jesus, will you chill out?
Okay, it's time to get our chat on again in a debate I like to call Who's Gonna Blow? We cannot have titles like that with this audience. Now, to be fair, most of them have blown already. Take a look at this.
I will not lose my cool. No chance.
Don't get me fucking started. You sit on the fucking fence every fucking day. You sit on the fucking fence every single day.
No, he doesn't.
Totally unnecessary, and he can fuck off as far as I'm concerned.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Listen to me right now. You know what you were doing, and you know he's having an issue. Leave him alone.
I don't want to hear your opinion. You can go away and just leave me alone. I've never said that to anybody in this house, but I'm saying it to you. From now on, go. You call yourself a bitch? You're a fucking bitch. Are you not a fucking bitch? You call yourself a bitch and a mean bitch.
I'm a fucking college-educated woman. You think she's gonna fucking use me as someone? Don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Oh, wow. What is going on? What? Should I get involved?
What do you mean what's going on? She's talking to him every day and then bitching behind his back.
You are repulsive, you are disgusting, and you utterly disgust me. Screw you!
Chill, man.
No, shut up.
She can do whatever she wants.
Tell me to shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Apologize for earlier and I might...
Shut up. You have really bloody disappointed me.
Oh, have I, Mom?
Yes.
Do one.
In the house. But let's start by talking about low levels, people who have been keeping their cool. Leslie, who do you think is staying quite calm?
Oh, Keith Chegwin is staying incredibly calm and incredibly out of it all. But you know who I don't think has blown yet? I don't think Katie Hopkins has blown yet. I think all her anger is really controlled and really clever. I don't think she's actually gone like Perez has gone, breaking in tears in the diary room and doing all that. I think Katie Hopkins has been incredibly controlled. Kavanagh's blown, hasn't he? I think Keith is the only one who hasn't blown. But I think he might.
Do you think he might?
Well, I hope he might.
Louisa, what do you think? Who do you think is keeping their cool quite well?
Callum's very cool, isn't he? He's very cool, calm.
He's losing it a
But
little bit.
yeah, he is losing it a bit.
And he can lose it all he wants with me. It's fine.
I'm not a Callum fan.
You know?
All over media. It can lose it all over media.
Oh, I'm blushing. We've started to see signs that you shouldn't get on the wrong side of Cheggers. I know you said he's kept calm, but in that BT we did see a couple of little kind
But
of...
very
Hold on a
little. It
minute.
wasn't really an all-out screaming,
No, it wasn't.
losing
It wasn't. But do you think?
I
Could
think
he,
there's definitely an underlying area there where he could go. I mean, I thought that was in the last shots we saw. He was very nearly there. He's controlling himself because I think he feels he has to control himself.
Do you think because he wants people to think he's Mr. Nice Guy and
Yeah.
stay out of all the rows?
I
That's
think
the
so.
other thing.
I think
Have
he'll
you
be
worked
tactical.
with him, Christopher?
I have, and he's lovely. But, you know, there are areas where you think to yourself, yes, actually, he could easily go.
Have you ever seen him lose it?
No, I haven't, but I think he could. I think there could be a moment. And I think he's being pushed towards it as we speak.
Okay, let's move on to Michelle Visage. So far, she hasn't blown. She's kept her cool. She's kind of spoken when she felt it was necessary, but she seems quite balanced, as we said earlier on. Do you think she's got it in her, Leslie?
Oh, she's a fascinating character, Michelle. Yeah. And in a way, I know Perez and all that, they've taken all the drama up, but it would be lovely to give her a bit more screen time and just let her develop and see what she's really all about, because she is absolutely fascinating. And she's a big character who's been belittled by all these other huger characters. But I would love to see a little more of Michelle and really just let her open up and develop.
Louisa, do you think anyone could push her over the edge?
Perez, I think, could push her. And I think, like in tonight's episode, we saw her getting quite emotional. And I think that emotion might turn not from upset to anger. And we may see her go for Perez. I hope we do, because I'd love to see her put Perez in his place.
Okay. You were hand clicking, so I had to come up here.
I'm sorry. She is going to push herself over the edge because at some point she is going to realize that she has befriended a classist bitch who is mean to everyone. And this is Michelle Visage, who stands for equality and acceptance. And she's befriended a bully. It doesn't make any sense.
So you think she's picked the wrong friend?
Yes. I think she should explore other people in the house. I think she should try and make other friends and not just be dominated by Katie, bleeping Hopkins. That's what I have.
Anyone else? Any thoughts on Michelle Visage?
I think if Katie Hopkins was voted out, you'd see a different side to Michelle.
What would we see, do you think?
I think you'd get a tougher side and she'd stick up for herself a lot more. I think Perez is playing a game, but Hopkins, she's playing a bigger game. And she's trying to manipulate the audience. I can see straight through it. Do you know what I mean?
So you think Michelle needs more space to
I think she's
shine?
being herself, and I think that we should actually give her some space and let her. We should see more of her.
Here.
Katie Hopkins,
Katie
because
Hopkins.
I've never liked her. I never ever liked her before.
No.
I think it's. I think that we should see her.
So are you liking her now?
Oh yeah.
No, I hate her.
Should I not?
Sorry.
No, along with a lot of the queens that here today, knowing Michelle and meeting Michelle, she is so loving and so mothering and so above all the bullshit. She doesn't care. So until that bullshit turns into disrespect for people, I think until it turns to disrespect and hate, I don't think she cares. She'll get up and walk away. And I think that's. I'm
so sorry, but we're going to fall off air. Listen, that's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. We do have news, breaking news. They've done face-to-face nominations, and I can tell you, Katie Hopkins, Nadia, Keith, and Perez are all facing eviction on Friday. Tomorrow night, Matt Johnson will be here, Gemma Collins, and Dee Kelly. Massive thank you to you ladies and the panel. Singing us out now, though, with the anthem "I'm Every Woman." It's the Supreme Fabulettes.